There you go. Welcome to the Reality After Show. Jonny Fairplay, I know you're excited about this one. It's been 4 years since our last conversation with the mighty Danger Dave from Samoa. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So, did you realize, Dave, that it's been that long since we talked to you last?
It had not. Fairplay reached out and was like, look, man, worn out my welcome with literally everybody else. You're all I got left. Please help me out. Come on the podcast.
That's not the pitch I made.
That's exactly what he said. He was weeping and sobbing like a little girl. I don't know what the problem was. And
brother has been
and I was like, when was the last time? And I got on the YouTube and was like, dang, you guys published it 4 years. So it could have been upwards of almost 5 years because the way YouTube's, it's been 4 years. It'll tell you it's been 4 years, in a month or 4 years. I don't know how long it's been.
Yeah.
But it's been 4 years, 4 years and change.
It's been 4 years. And Danger Dave, if you're one of my favorite ever. I mean, honestly, I've interviewed everybody and I love everybody, and you're all awesome. And Danger Dave, I think this is the first podcast we did together was one of my favorite podcasts of all time because it was mind blowing. It was transformative. It was all the things that make something cool. It was awesome.
All you, baby. It was all you. It was mostly you, buddy.
No. It was you, Danger Dave, and a lot of people are excited that you're here. A lot of people are excited that you're here, and I'm happy that you're here. So, Danger Dave, what's going on in your life right now?
I'm just hanging out with my dog Carlos. He's back there waiting for us he's like, come on, let's get out of here so we can go outside. This is a bunch of crap. What are you doing? Get off the computer. And I'm just kind of vibing Southern California and living the dream, trying to roll the dice and see what happens. I'm just low key. I'm just vibing. You know what I mean? Right, what I mean? Look at this guy. You're vibing right now.
So prior to you being on our first podcast, you're just like, what's this like podcast life about and all that? And like soon afterwards, you started a Twitch.
That's right. I think it was it because I've been streaming for about 4 years. So
yeah. So I feel like it was like the next week. You're just like, yeah, I'm going to do
that.
Twitch.
May be right. Something like that. Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah. I've been streaming on Twitch. It's pretty good. It's low key. Twitch is a young person's platform. I am not the correct demographic for Twitch, but I enjoy it and it's fun. So, I get 5 or 10 viewers every night, but it's different from podcasting because it's live and it's every, you get a chat coming in, you respond to the chat and, hey, what's going on? I know you stink. But yeah, twitch.tv/DangerDaveBall. Come check it out if you're on Twitch. But I mean,
and what primarily do you do on it? Like what is explain kind of like what you do on there? Because I'm not on Twitch or anything.
So it is originally it's a platform where you play video games and broadcast yourself playing video games, and people watch you play video games.
Yeah,
which to us olds is like, why wouldn't you just play video games instead of watch someone play video games? That makes no sense, But it turns out, it's pretty compelling. I mean, not me because I'm lousy at video games because I'm the wrong age, but people who are very good at video games, you can watch some tremendous gameplay. But what I personally do is I do what's called just chatting. So I go on and I will I'll do for example, I'll do reacts. Reacts is when you react to some content online. You'll watch a YouTube video, you'll watch, whatever. I'll sometimes also do politics, news, depending on what's going on in the day. My community is very political, and so we'll discuss whatever's happening. Everybody's welcome, but we're a fairly left of center community.
What does that mean? I'm politically ignorant on purpose. I don't
It's
watch
all
the
good.
news.
It's all good.
That means you're a Trumper?
No,
I was kidding.
You're kidding is a good joke.
I
Well
knew
done.
that, man.
I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
He said, but yeah, so we'll discuss what's going on in the day. Like, holy crap, Joe Biden dropped out of the race. It's crazy. It's crazy what's happening. We'll discuss it. We'll talk about current events and stuff like that. But it's easy to get cooked on politics, and so we don't discuss it a great deal. Sometimes we'll just kind of goof off and have fun. One night a week we'll just watch a movie or something. Yeah.
So what is your goal with it? Is it just for being like a creative outlet, or is it like the end goal is I want to make coin, make some money off of what I do here and grow my audience, etc.?
Well, I like, I like just shooting the breeze and having a good time and everything.
Yes.
You can contribute to me financially, and that's always bitching and always welcome. In the long term, my goal is to hopefully have it be some sort of what sort of I'm doing a poor job of coming up with. I took a nap right before freaking. I was like,
sure. Who's to say?
Who's to say? Who's to say? But if I can turn it into something constructive on behalf of society, I would love that as well.
Yeah, right.
But it's kind of like, whatever, que sera, sera, whatever happens, we'll hopefully use it as a gift to lift up, other people in society, if possible, and in the meantime, we just kind of have a little community that we just kind of get together and have a good time.
That's awesome.
All right, so Dave, you've done some crazy things. Some would say dangerous things in your past. Like, so in the past year, what's been one of the more crazier experiences that we should be privy to?
I'm pretty low key these days.
Mostly, but
this one time,
how did I know this?
I was like, dang, the firebug itch is getting me. And I grabbed some, a acetylene cutting torch and some old rags that had just been hanging out in the garage, oily rags. And boy, howdy, I can't tell you much more than that because the cops might come back and we don't want that to happen. But believe me, it was a party. It was a party.
So the cops did arrive.
Oh, multiple times. It's bang, 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 the noises and things. It's crazy. It's crazy. California. You'll never take me alive, copper.
So what was the impetus for the lighting of the flames?
Well, the guy at the farmer's market was talking a little too much shit.
so you're coming after the guy from the farm.
Avocado man, I'll get you for that. I did too.
All right. Danger Dave, you have to walk us through this. How did this begin?
I'm just making stuff up, man. I don't do shit, man. I'm just riffing.
Bullshit. Yes, you do. Danger Dave, we all know you're all fun and games, but you're also fucking a lot of fucking good fun. So viewers,
Jonny has had a couple before he showed up to the podcast.
I did. We'll find out how many.
I know. I'm just trying to set the scene. That's why we're taking. This is how this is going already. Oh my God! What? Don't hit that car! That child on the side of the road.
No, I want to say when we had you on, Danger Dave, I believe if it was truly 4 years ago, that means COVID was probably just kind of began,
That's
which
my
was
guess.
yeah. So that it's been, we went through all, it's just so
Crazy.
crazy, from then to now. And I know there's like crazy stuff going on every day in the news. So when you talk about these things on Twitch, you do this every single day. Is that correct? So it's
6
like,
days a week, yeah.
okay, so you
Yeah,
can
I
be
take
talking
Mondays
about,
off and yeah.
so it's current as of whatever that day is. So
Oh, yeah.
obviously you've been talking a lot of political stuff, I'm guessing.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
so like every day my social media feed on Facebook and stuff is like all political stuff. And Johnny and I really don't get into. I mean, Johnny, do we ever talk? Like I'm kind of,
Politics.
yeah, we don't really talk politics, but like I know things are so crazy right now. Like, what is your kind of prediction of what's going to happen? Like, what are your thoughts? Because I know you have a lot of thoughts on like the crazy world we live in right now and kind of like where we're at.
You can't really predicting what's going to happen is real hard because there's so many variables. Like it took me a long time to realize um for example, on a certain show that we all went on, you think there's so many variables because every human being is infinitely different, and there's like 20 of us, to where it's like I used to back when I was a kid, I really liked playing Dungeons and Dragons, and you'd roll all these dice, right? Well, each person is like a combination of like 30 dice, and then you get 10 people, suddenly you're rolling like 300 dice all at the same time. It's so random. Like, you can't predict Donald Trump doing some of the things he did. You can't predict COVID and how you can't predict how Trump will respond to it. And you never know what's going to happen. So there's some variables that could pop up, but I mean, I don't know how bad y'all want to get into politics right here and now.
Well, no,
There's just a million
I'm
variables.
Oh yeah, I just was curious because, like I said,
Yeah,
every single
I'm
day,
happy to do it. It's just I don't want to,
Yeah, I mean, people are talking about World War III and all this every day, all this stuff. Like we're in a crazy time. So
there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
So could you kind of for the people out there that might have questions or really kind of or like not as well educated like you are, like what is your whole take on what's going on? And do you think we have like light at the end of the tunnel?
Well, here's the deal. Our country is run by the wealthy. And Republicans and Democrats, we're at the base level. You, me, Ohio, Virginia, California, Oklahoma, we're all the same. Down at the end of the day. For example, California has got more Trump voters in California alone than Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, and one of the Alabama combined, because there's just that many people in California. There's that many. It's just that there's a massive amount of people. We all want the same thing. We all want a country that works properly, but the problem is our politicians are on the take. At the end of the day, they all take money from the same places, and they all care more about corporations than they do about normal everyday people. Includes the Democrats and the Republicans. They all care about their donors more than they care about us. Okay. So the way it breaks down is the political right, traditionally cares more about corporations than people. The Democrats have shifted from the left to the right. They care more about corporations than they do about people. I'm on the left. I care more about you guys having health care and having affordable food and gas and having good schools than I do about corporations making a lot of money. Every major politician at the national level is going to be, except for a very few, usually women of color, who, but most politicians are like, yeah, go corporate donors. You know what I mean? And then that's on a domestic policy level. And then foreign policy level, what's going on in the Middle East, that's a whole other thing where a certain country is just going crazy, bombing other countries, trying to start World War III to make Joe Biden look bad so that Donald Trump wins. You bored yet?
Not at all. I'm
learning. I'm woefully politically ignorant because I just spend most of my time watching shitty reality shows to podcast about them, so I just don't have time to watch the news. So everything you're telling me is how I'm learning about politics.
So it's true. No, it was intriguing to me. That's why I was
curious,
this is what
this is all I got. Like
I just want to be
whatever Dave tells me, I'm like,
I don't want to, I don't want to railroad you guys or like just leave you in the dark or nothing. I don't want to be a dick about it because I don't want.
Are you gonna leave me on the? You're gonna leave me on the good side of this? Like
you're a good dude. No, you're good. You're good to go. At the end of the day, this is America, and America, we'll be fine. But our policies have a negative effect on a lot of other countries, real bad. Because we in America, we're addicted to free labor. That's why we have a higher incarcerated population than anybody else in the world, because we get to use them for free labor. You know what I mean? Once somebody's in jail, they lose their rights. Like the 13th Amendment that was written after the Civil War says slavery is illegal, except in incarceration. And so then what they did in the South, they just said, well, shit, we'll just trump up a bunch of charges on all these black folks and put them into prison, and bang, free labor again. Guess where we're going to have them work? Right where they need to be working at the, yeah. So, anyhow,
it's not good.
It's not good. And we export that to other countries.
I'm glad we're in agreement. I just want to confirm that. That's
it's not good. It's not good. It's not cool. It's our history is less than stellar. And so I want to change the way that we do things, but at the moment the Lord has not dropped that on me yet. So I just keep on going on Twitch and chatting with you guys and boring the hell out of you.
No,
are you a religious guy, Danger Dave?
I do believe in a higher power. There was a church that I would go to regularly. There was a good pastor, but she moved away, and good pastors are real hard to find.
Was it the one with Justin Bieber? Or that was a guy?
No, I don't go any of that. I don't go any of that.
Not that guy.
Those fancy churches.
I feel like you could have. I think you would have liked that pastor with Justin Bieber.
I'm a real jerk. So when you get like those guys like, hey, what's going on? Jesus loves you. And you're
cool. I got abs.
Dial it back, homie. You're wearing $1,200 sneakers. Calm down, bro.
Yeah. So you don't like the guy with the $1,200 sneakers.
I'm a preacher's son, so I'm a real asshole about a lot of
dick
things.
Roots. You don't want to see a little dick root when you're looking at your pastor,
right? You're like, bro, what are you doing, man? Your grooming's a little too good, buddy. Chill out, man.
I'm asking questions.
Not you. No, I'm not talking about you. Your grooming's just fine.
Thank you. Whew.
Your grooming's just fine, Fairplay. You're doing good.
There is zero grooming.
Yo, man, how's your daughter, bro? How's your daughter? She good?
Wonderful.
Great.
I got two. And they're both doing good. It's
great.
It's a work in progress, man. I mean, like it's not easy. Like there's good years, bad years, good months, bad months, good days, bad days.
The larger of the two must be in high school by now.
What's that?
The larger of the two must be in high school by now.
I got a junior in high school, and I got a second grader.
Man. Great, man. That's awesome, bro. That's great.
So, but my second grader on Sunday, we're all hanging out. We're all hanging out at a brewery. It's an open mic day, and all the kids are playing outside. It's a fun deal, and everyone's having fun. And so her friend that moved out of town, she was back in town just for the weekend.
Okay.
She was like, "Hey, I'm going to Kickback Jack's. Do you want to come? You're invited." She's like, "Yes." And she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Okay, well, you can come. We'll see you there."
Great.
And so she was like, "I have to ride with them." And I'm just like, "Well, no, there's no room for you to ride with them. They're riding there. I can take." "Oh, no, I don't want you there. Oh my God, you're ruining everything. Why would you come?"
7-year-old, man. All right.
And
Yeah.
I'm like,
7-year-old.
"Because I got to get you there." "No, she said I could come with them." I'm like, "Yes, you can meet them, but like transportation has to be provided." "Oh, you being there is the worst."
Darn, I wish I had daughters. That's for sure.
I'm happy that I don't.
God,
And
bless
I'm
America.
just like, what? Like, I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? Like, I'm like, "Kid, I'm paying for your food. I'm taking you there. Relax."
My guess
30
is
minutes later, we ended up like, and I put down the we're not going multiple times, and then I folded, and then we went, and I took her.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure with kids, I'm pretty sure there's probably a lot of overthinking going on when you're a parent, and I'll bet you $1 as long as they're fed and they go to school, and you're not, physically abusing them, you're probably doing pretty good. That's my guess.
I'm doing pretty good, Danger Dave.
That's my guess. Fairplay. I'm guessing you're doing pretty good.
I'm doing pretty good, but
I'll believe it.
It was hurtful and just like, "Oh, I don't want you to take me." I'm just like, whoa, when did I not become the cool parent? I mean, like, I'm on TV. There's a show that I'm not mentioning today.
I suspect
paying attention. We're not saying the word because that's how cool we are today. Enjoy, everyone.
I suspect that anytime that you put your emotional stability in the hands of a 7-year-old, you're going to have problems. I probably would refrain from worrying too much about a kid, whatever. Kid thinks whatever. That's my guess. I'm just guessing. I'm not a parent. I don't know, but I know
you're a dog dad
on my street. I'm a what?
You're a dog dad.
Dog dad. That's true. I'm a dog dad. He always loves me. I'm good to go.
And I'm anti-dogs. Ooh, shots fired.
What?
I know, yeah, he doesn't like dogs.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing.
Guy.
Donald Trump doesn't like dogs either. It's weird. Do you get your steaks cooked well done too?
What just happened here?
Donald Trump also gets his steaks cooked well done, which is crazy.
That is.
I'm a medium rare guy. Are you medium rare?
There you go. See, well, at least you can do steaks right.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
God,
you medium rare, Danger Dave?
Yeah. Medium rare, depending on the cut and the location. Also, sometimes rare plus, which is like a little south of medium rare. It just depends.
I'm just medium rare. I just like the
medium rare
like
safe.
Make it easy and please
unless
don't
it's a
fuck
fillet.
it up.
Fillet's too thick. You got to go medium on a fillet. But I'm not a fillet guy. I prefer a ribeye.
I love ribeye
guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, strips are good. Ribeyes are great. I prefer medium rare. If you're, but I don't go out to eat. I'm poor, so I just kind of hang out and eat beans and tortillas all day long. What? No, that's what I eat. They're good. I love beans and tortillas.
I do too.
They're so good, right? Oh, God damn.
Who doesn't like beans and tortillas?
Who doesn't like beans and tortillas, man? Some huevos. Huevos rancheros. Hey, y'all.
Danger Dave, I don't know if you're aware, but there's a show that some of us have been a part of, and there's a fan vote that went out there. Were you did you try to recruit votes for that, or did you just opt out on that, or are you even aware that was a thing?
I'm not even aware. Not even aware that happened. When was that? When did that happen?
It was last
recent?
week. It's over.
It was last week? Okay.
Yeah, I probably should have had you on before. That would have helped.
Whatever.
So was he on the list?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
And I
Who's
wonder
to
if you're
say?
yeah, I haven't seen the final list that was
Well,
I don't know.
the final 50 list is out now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The final 50, it's like a fan vote kind of a list or something?
It's on another person's podcast about a show that we're not going to say by name because I love the fact that Danger Dave is bigger than that show, and we're not saying the name.
Was
So no, they went from 200 or whatever it was to 50.
Was it like
So we're down to the final 50. I feel like the list is a little weird. I mean, there's some people on the list that I wouldn't have cast the first time, and they're nominated for a second chance. And I also feel like the majority of the list is people I would put on a second chance season and not on a legend season. But that is neither here nor there, and I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, I think they're coming out. I think they shoot 50 next summer, I think, right?
Yeah, but I feel like 50 is more of a Legends deal than like Danger Dave.
That's what I would think as well.
I feel like you're a second chance guy all day. Like anyone that's ever seen the first podcast you did here and whatever you possibly bring here today, because I feel like we're going to go into insanity very shortly, and you're just holding back. Like just to hold back, who's to say?
I'm holding back the rain.
I feel like people would be like, "Oh fuck yes, Danger Dave is what we fucking want." Yeah. So I feel like if there's a second chance it's calling your name, Legends. I don't know. Who's to say?
You're saying I'm not legendary. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I felt
you felt pretty legendary last time I was on the
podcast, but I don't feel like everyone knows that.
Yeah,
you know. I would say that you're a cat person, so I'm not going to take it personally.
Sure.
No. No. Cats are fine. Cats are fine. They're very.
Fine. I have a very smart cat. He goes on the river walk with us and walks with us without a leash.
What, Jimmy the cat?
Jimmy the cat. Yeah.
Jimmy the cat. That's a great name. Sounds like a
Jimmy
smart cat.
Yeah, he walks with us without a leash.
That's pretty cool.
He also, when you go get in the car, he gets in the car. He sits.
Really?
He has his own car seat, and he has a stroller when we go to bars.
That is awesome, dude.
Is that great? Jimmy the cat.
God, that's tremendous. You're that guy.
I'm that guy.
He's
I did not know I was that guy.
Jimmy the cat. We're going. Do you singing songs and shit? That's great. That's awesome, dude. I love it. I take Carlos with me everywhere. I have a cart that I could put behind my bike, pedal him around on my bike. You know.
Do you have a car also, or do you just get around by bicycle?
I just get around by bike.
Really?
Because I live at the beach, you know what I mean? And and plus it's an electric bike, and it's a pretty big one. So I mean, it's got supposedly a 30-mile range. I haven't ever taken it that far, but it's, you know, so I just use my
going on your bike.
You know, I used to work about 18 miles from home, and I would ride back before I had the electric bike. I would ride my bike to work. But I mean, you know, I'm not like I'm cycling for like triathlon. So I'm not doing like 100 miles or anything like that. Or for God, or cycling for Jesus. Why not?
It's to say.
I did start swimming in the ocean, like doing triathlon style swim training. I enjoy that. That's good. It's good exercise. I mean, I don't know if y'all run or work out, but damn, that shit hurts my knees real bad.
I run every day, but I use those knee sleeves.
Okay.
I can't run.
Like the old ladies go there.
Can't
run.
Are
you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm trying to keep not okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you you can't run because your knees or your feet or your fat? Yeah.
No, I just never been a runner. I was a BMX bike rider. I walk.
I feel like the beard weighs him down.
My joints. No, my joints
too much wind resistance. Really,
my ankles. My
smoking joints isn't helping
from years of BMX.
You know, my ankles. One of my ankles is murder because I walk with a cane just because my ankles. I've got genetic flat feet. Yeah, if they ever decide to cast me on 50, which they never will, because I'm an asshole and burn my bridges and stuff. Don't tell them, yeah, I've got flat feet. I don't know how I could probably manage to run if I had to, but God
Was
damn,
that a military thing?
Burning bridges?
No,
Was it?
no,
I mean,
flat
probably was.
feet.
Yeah. Oh, flat feet. Yeah. Actually, my granddad
Were you
could
up
not
for,
go.
a draft at some point? You're just like, let me just establish the flat
No, I
feet.
mean, I've got crazy flat feet. Like they're just so flat. Yeah, you don't
Like
draft
Fred
a 50,
Flintstone.
54-year-old Fred Flintstone. That's right. And the big old chunk of freaking ribs they put on the car and knocks the car over. Yeah. You know, my granddad couldn't go fight in World War II because he had flat feet.
Wow.
So it's genetic.
It is genetic, yeah. And so yeah, I have to. Oh God, it hurts like hell. I imagine. Yeah, and I bet you BMX, and I bet that's real hard on your ankles. I bet you.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I had to run, I would. But if I were to run like Johnny every day, yeah, I've never been a runner.
And Matt's wife pegs him. Do you know that?
That's not true. He thinks so. He probably fantasizes of the thought of it. But
did you know that?
Fairplay. Don't talk about Matt's wife. That's crazy. What are you doing, man?
No, she's messaged the podcast. She pegs Matt.
Did she message him? Is she selling you out like that, Matt?
No, she said some funny joke on Instagram, and then Johnny always thinks it's
it's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you Dane or Dave? Do you look down upon Matt for being pegged, or you support it?
He doesn't give off the pegging vibes to me. I think
if you're that's what makes it work.
Everybody's that's what makes it work. Everybody's right. He's a sub down deep inside.
Yeah. Have you ever been pegged, Dane or Dave?
No.
Yes.
I had a girlfriend once though. She goes, "Look, if you're into it, I will run out right now and buy the equipment. I swear to God." I was like, "Well, no need to. No, I'll save you a trip."
Yeah,
it's right
I'm
here.
Not feeling
Here's
it.
The equipment.
You can be into whatever you.
Are you dating anyone right now? Like, what's
No.
How long's it been since you've dated somebody?
Oh, it's been a while, several years. I'm a real prick. And I don't get out much. You know
what? Why? What makes you a prick or like a self-proclaimed? You just like
because I value the truth more highly than I value your feelings.
Yeah, gotcha.
And bitches don't want to hear that.
But
respectfully, bitches respectfully.
Yeah.
Respectfully. They don't want to hear that. They're like, "Oh, I had this thing at the work today." It's like, well, here's a solution. Do this. Like, I didn't want you to tell me a solution. I want to continue to suffer. Like, well, I don't want to suffer. So why the fuck do you want me to be part of your goddamn suffering? But if you've got a woman in your life, that's the choice you make. God bless.
So when was your last date?
Oh, it was years ago.
It was years
ago. Yeah.
Do you want to date?
Look, if I find somebody cool, great. But I live what's the word I'm looking for? An ascetic lifestyle. Ascetic. I can never remember how to pronounce it. A monastic lifestyle, not like, not like I'm actually a monk or anything, but I don't have patience.
I feel like you have a little more patience than you think you have patience. Like I feel like you're like Dane or Dave, you're literally a sweetheart, but you're an asshole.
Right. Correct.
Am I correct exactly. On both those things?
Look, I am kind, but sometimes you got to be cruel to be kind. Not always, just depends. But I won't fluff you up. I won't be nice. I don't like, women are great, but I don't want to listen to you yap. In fairness, if you're a dude who yaps, I don't want to listen to that shit either. You know what I mean? Hey, God bless. If you want to yap, go find you some friends, yap it up. But if you've got something interesting to discuss, fantastic. But also, it's like, my life is awesome. Carlos loves me. My dog rules. You know what I mean? And unlike cats, dogs can show love because they're not demons.
Oh, my cat shows love day to day. I'm
by
sorry.
licking his
Jimmy
asshole.
the cat loves me more than other than his mom. Jimmy the cat loves me more than life itself.
Jimmy the cat. That's a great name. Yeah. That's a terrific name.
And Jessica goes, his name's not Jimmy the cat. His name's just Jimmy. I'm like, it's Jimmy the cat.
No, Jimmy the cat's a great name. That's killer. Hey, Jimmy the cat.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? Sounds like a 2-bit gangster's fucking name. Hey,
he's like
Jimmy the cat, and there's Marlo the thumb, and
he says it twice.
Yeah, Jimmy the cat. Jimmy the cat.
Doesn't Primus have a song called Jimmy the Cat? The band Primus.
I had their first couple albums, but I do not recall.
I do not have Primus in my collection of records behind me that I'm
going to Google search it right now.
Primus, yeah. Primus sucks.
Primus.
Did Primus suck? I don't know. I thought Primus was good. Were they good?
Primus is good, but that's kind of a meme that they did back before memes were a thing. Their fans would chant, Primus sucks. Primus sucks. It was like an indie group. It was a gimmick. Yeah. Yeah. For me, are you a drummer, Matt? What's your instrument? You're a drummer.
No, I sing. I sing. Yeah, but so is Tommy the Cat is a Primus song. Tommy the Cat. Yeah, so no, I sing. I play a little bit of guitar, Dave, like enough to like come up with like a just basic thing and a vocal melody and go from there.
Cool. Yeah, Les Claypool's bass playing is very high quality, but it's too much, too busy for me. And the older I get, the more I shift into like I prefer R&B, funk. I mean, hip hop is fantastic. I think it's so good. Matt, what you were telling me about your kid being into like EDM, like I was into EDM type shit back in the late 80s, early 90s, before it wasn't really called EDM, but it was really, it's like, you had bands like New Order, and then you got like Moby,
it's called You Didn't Date.
Prodigy. They didn't date. Well, dog, in the 90s, slow the fuck down, Jack.
No. In the 80s, it's called You Didn't Date. In the 90s, it's called, you were doing bad stuff.
Bad, naughty.
Okay. See? I'm with you. Don't count me out.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, that's another thing. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that. Anyway, but yeah, no, I like that kind of music and stuff. I think honestly, I feel like white people music peaked in about 1993, and then it was all downhill from there.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too. Like,
you know what I mean?
Sometimes I wonder, because like I have 2 boys. My oldest son loves 90s stuff, and he's always like, Dad, life sounds so much cooler when you would go at midnight to buy a Guns N' Roses record, like the night that it's released.
Yeah, and like Pearl, we waited in line to get the new Pearl Jam album,
and there was no internet, and like it's like you had these experiences and stuff. So like,
I still do record store day. I'm there at like 4 a.m. waiting in line for record store day.
But the music and
I'm just flipping my shit.
Oh, you are. Yeah. See, I buy shit that I'm a music collector as well, Dave. But music is a huge part of.
But I flip half.
Yes,
I flip half to pay for the half I keep.
Yeah, the stuff that's behind you right now is stuff that is
you're an entrepreneur. Collection. Johnny's an entrepreneur, really.
Sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
No, I was gonna say, so like I know you're into R&B and funk and stuff like that, and music is definitely not the same now as it was.
The thing is like playing guitar well is really hard and requires hours and hours and hours of practice, and we can get really excited. Yeah, but see, I thought, okay, so let's talk about Van Halen. You guys cool with Van Halen?
Let's talk about this fucking album.
Let's talk about Van Halen.
This week that I waited 20 years to own.
You're really? That's so wild to me. See, I thought Van Halen I thought David Lee Roth, was the king, and I felt like Sammy Hagar was lame. Like his solo stuff, for Unlawful Carl, that was Sammy Hagar though, right?
Oh, yes, it was.
Right? Yeah. So Sammy Hagar, his VOA was a great album. He was awesome when he was the Red Rocker. But the thing is Eddie Van Halen's ego was so goddamn big, and he was such a controlling, micromanaging dick that it's like, I felt like everything after DLR was just mid. And I will tell this when I give my community a music lesson, you got to understand that Van Halen was a bright red line in music history that essentially changed music as it, like the Beatles.
1984. But here's
no,
the thing with 1984. Like 1984, like put Van Halen in radio, and then after 1984, this was radio.
Yeah. Well, but see, no, radio was Bon Jovi and Poison.
Well, yeah, I mean, but
all the hair bands.
I'm just talking the Van Halen spectrum.
All those bands were all directly result of Van Halen. Before that, you've got 70s rock, you got 60s rock, and then that progressed into like Led Zeppelin and the Who and stuff like that. But when Van Halen came out, everybody's mind was blown, and everything before it was wiped away. It was gone.
Yeah.
Like they were
like let's be the next Van Halen.
Right. Yeah. Thin Lizzy, Phil Lynott, bass player, killer. They're great. Boys Are Back in Town, Jailbreak. They heard Van Halen, was like, oh my God, what the hell? They're on the same label. They're touring at the same time. And all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, what is this? What the hell is this? And what's going on? It was just the AC/DC and Van Halen were the two bands up there, but everybody after that was trying to imitate Van Halen, and it just got more hairspray and more makeup, and it just became lame in the late 80s until Nirvana came along and did the same thing that Van Halen did to what came before. Just everything was gone. Like what's that band with fucking Dimebag Darrell, Pantera? They were a hair band.
Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah.
Or
no, not Ric Flair.
They were a hair band.
Yeah.
They were a hair band.
I was going to say Ric Flair and the Flair Tones, but that's not.
So Pearl Jam for me was musically superior to Nirvana. Like they were just unbelievably musically talented, but Nirvana were the ones who really made everything, whatever. But everything after that was just kind of downhill. And then when you can make music without learning to play a guitar or a bass, and boomers, oh, kids today, it's like, shut the fuck up. They're making great music. You just don't like it and you don't understand it. That's fine. But it just required, the reason Jimmy Page could be so good at music is because he didn't have TV when he was growing up. There was no fucking, TV existed, but it's like, it was either TV, which was, he was British, so their shows about cheese or whatever. And he's just playing. But once we have like computers and a cable TV, honestly, we have way more options to burn our brains with, so we don't spend it playing, and that's playing legit instruments. But I feel like the black people music really kept going and progressing and being amazing, but I felt like the white people music kind of died in about 93 or so.
All right, so
in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
So
I agree with a lot of that.
So you're anti Van Hagar?
Yeah, God bless. Yeah, I'm if in the DLR Eddie Van Halen beef, I'm DLR all day. Like Eddie's just a egocentric dickhead. His brother Alex was a massive dickhead. Eddie fucked over fucking what's his name? When Van Halen got back together like a few years ago, he left the bass player Michael Anthony out of it. Like that guy was ride or die for you, and you left him out. You suck, dude. So you could have your son play. I get you want to have your son in the thing, but God, you're such a douche.
Yeah,
you're such a massive dickhead. Yeah, Eddie was a dick. He was a dick. Fuck that guy. He was a genius, but fuck him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
DLR was crazy, but
one of my favorite concerts ever was the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge show in Raleigh, North Carolina.
What was your first concert? First concert, go. Tell me about this show, and then we'll get to it. So Raleigh, North Carolina. You grew up in North Carolina? You're a Tar Heel?
So this concert, Alice in Chains opened up. They got booed off the fucking stage. And
what
now
year was that?
Lane Staley goes, "Fuck you. You're lucky we showed up. Fuck you again. Good night." And I was like, "This is the greatest." Like, whoever this opening band is, Alice in Chains, I love them. I'll love them forever.
Lane Staley,
And
rest in
then
peace.
it was Van Hagar, and they played. It was one of the first concerts ever at Walnut Creek in Raleigh, North Carolina. And everyone started setting their show on fire because it was cold as shit. So it was like late September. So everyone just started burning their shit on the lawn.
Was it an outdoor amphitheater
like, okay,
kind of thing?
This is bad. This is not good. It was amazing.
All right, that's cool. What was your first concert, Fairplay?
It's kind of a tie. We had like a local deal. I saw Jimmy Reed. He's singing the Bandit song and all that, but my first like real I don't know the timing. It was either Fat Boys New Edition Houdini was one, and then Prince Purple Rain tour, but I don't remember which one was first.
Killer. Oh my God, amazing. God, I'd love to sing Purple Rain. I got to see Prince right before he died, thank God. It was so good.
I saw him 3 times.
Incredible.
I saw Jam of the Year, Purple Rain, and Crystal Ball tour.
Michael Jackson died when I was on the island, and so I didn't find out about it for like a month until after it happened. And I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. But when Prince died, I cried. What was your first concert, Matt?
So originally I was going to say Royal Crescent Mob, New Year's Eve in Cincinnati at a place called Bogart's.
Okay.
But if I go back to my childhood, it was Rat and Poison.
Let's go.
At an arena. And I talked to this girl.
Who was the
opener? I think it was Rat opened for Poison.
Damn.
And it was I was in 6th grade. And I took this girl named Trisha. I'm friends with her on Facebook still. And I messaged her and I said, I'm
telling Tessa she's gonna break out the peg tonight.
No, but I was like, I knew I went to the show. My dad took me and one of my little girlfriends. I was like, I think it was Trisha Davidson. So I messaged her and I said, hey, are you did you and I both go to that Rat and Poison show? And she was like, oh hell yeah, we did. So I think it was like Rat Out of the Cellar album, and Poison, like their first.
I love Rat. I never loved Poison. Looking back, because as I get mellower with me, because I was real aggro in the 80s, and so I'm like, fuck Poison, fuck Bon Jovi.
Oh yeah,
fuck all this shitty goddamn hair bullshit. I want fucking. I was into so alternative music wasn't really, fun fact, alternative was always mainstream. Like alternative was a genre, a marketing niche that was created after Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and those guys. It was created in 92, 93 when Nirvana and the Seattle scene kind of exploded. They created it as a marketing term in the 70s. 90s. We called it modern rock. We called it, like techno, like the best alternative rock band in the 80s, The Cult.
Oh, dude, I love The Cult.
Fucking Cult, man.
Dude, I collect so much. I collect so much Cult
those guys were
memorabilia.
Do you really?
Just like records. I got. I searched for the single, like the 12-inch singles, because they have this badass artwork. I just picked up Southern Death Cult, which was what they were called before they changed it to The Cult.
That's right.
I was at a record store and I found it in the used
section. Damn, let's go.
So I was like, fuck yeah. But man, dude, so I went and saw The Cult. I took my son and no one was there. It was at an outdoor amphitheater.
Yeah.
And Ian was like, whoever's got seats like way up there, just please everyone come down. So literally the entire place was able to fit on like the floor area.
Yeah, that's great.
So we walked down there and dude, it was so killer. And after seeing them,
I love that you got to do that.
Oh, dude! And so my oldest son
I don't love
loves
it.
the
I don't
Cult.
love it for the Cult.
But the Cult, dude, the Cult rules. They're so badass.
They're great.
Yes,
the Billy Duffy. Look. Okay, so here's the deal. Back in the 80s, everybody's playing these Jackson Charvel shredding guitars. They're playing really fast, but not Billy Duffy. Fuck no. He's playing a big ass fucking hollow body arch top Gretsch.
Yeah.
And those things are hard to play without creating feedback and noise. But the tone is way cooler. It's so good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So good, man.
In college, I played a BC Rich Warlock.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, dude. I bought one of those for $100 at sale on Guitar Center, and I think I sold it or something because I'm like, I'm not gonna play this. But yes, a BC
it was appropriate. I was in a 80s cover band, and
there you go. No, that's exactly what you want to play. Those are hilarious.
It was,
a BC Rich Warlock. Nice pull. But I was into like Depeche Mode, New Order.
Getting back to Poison real quick. I was at the 30 for 30 part. Like, is the 30 most influential people under 30. Is a party in LA. And
when was this? Why were you there?
What you call it? Britney Spears' sister was there, and some other people. And I don't know why, but
when was this Fairplay? Give me a year. What year was this? Was this right after fucking
2005? So okay. I don't know why I was there. I don't know why CC DeVille was there, but I was wearing some jeans that Forbidden had distressed for me. Like, she had done all the whatever, making the jeans.
Wait, is cool. Forbidden a person rather than like
Forbidden
a store,
from Facebook? She was like the #1 Facebook girl ever. Really? I believe she's not with us anymore.
Oh well, rest in peace, Forbidden.
Yeah. But I had some jeans that Forbidden had made for me, and CC DeVille, he's like, "Oh my God, I love your jeans," and he grabbed my dick.
That's what you get in Johnny Fairplay, dog.
Oh yeah, CC DeVille getting freaky with Johnny.
DeVille, like that.
I had no idea he was rolled like that, but God bless. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't even think of a fucking Poison song right now.
Every rose has its thorn.
Talk dirty to me, baby.
Ain't nothing but a good time.
Damn right.
None of those are applicable to him grabbing my dick.
Look. Every Rose Has Its Thorn is a tremendous song. Every Rose Has Its Thorn is a great fucking song. Yeah, I took guitar lessons from this old Native American dude in Tulsa, which is where I was originally from. And he said, everybody likes the same kind of music. I'm like, what? That's not true. I guarantee my dad and I don't. He goes, nope. Everybody likes the same kind of music. I said, no. He goes, you want to know what it is? I said, all right, I'll bite. He says, a good song. I said, damn, that's a good call. Everybody does like a good song.
That's true.
Every Rose Has Its Thorn is a fantastic fucking ballad. It's a great song. Like, props.
What are some of your like the bands that you've been like into, Dave? You're obviously a music lover.
Yeah. Well, I mean, gosh, in the 80s, I loved like, goddamn, Duran Duran was so good. I mean, they were just, the bass player, if you ever do some critical listening, the bass player is phenomenally fast. Crazy disco funk. Yes, Rio. Listen to the title track of that. I mean, the bass.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, they're killer.
They're killer. I loved all that, the popular shit. 80s radio was killing it in the 82, 83, 84. And it's funny too, because I have a buddy on Facebook who will post some of the top 100, top 20 lists of like this or that week in 1983 and 84. And they've got so many like holdover from like groups from the 70s. They're still putting out songs. You're going, God, what is this weird cracker music? This is terrible. They had some good, like Phil Collins, Genesis. Like Phil Collins is what it is. But I mean, anyway, all the legit 80s kind of shit, late 80s. I loved all the, Depeche Mode, New Order. The 90s was a real bleak time for music in my opinion.
Oh, that's me and Matt's favorite.
God damn, bro.
We're all about 90s hip hop and 90s fucking grunge.
90s hip hop was great. I mean, the 90s, you know, like the 90s hip hop was fantastic. But the white people music was terrible. Yeah. Easy Does It. I remember my freshman year of college, because I'm from Oklahoma. So I went to Oklahoma State, go Cowboys. And we had on our dorm floor, we had this kid named Stu. He was a tall, skinny, like Japanese American kid named Stu Fresh. He was from California, and he was a million times cooler than we were. And he was playing us all this music, and he played, God damn it, NWA, fucking Fuck the Police. I'm like, and I'm a white kid from Oklahoma, grew up preacher. My dad was listening to Neil Diamond and John Denver and shit. I'm like, fuck the police. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, but then when I start getting into politics, I look back and realize, well, Ronald Reagan was a demon who fucked. Yeah, exactly. Straight out of Compton. Ronald Reagan fucked over the economy on behalf of the rich people. Unemployment in that neighborhood among young black men was 45%. Like, that's a policy failure. If unemployment rate amongst a certain demographic is 45%, you know, you can't go, well, they're just lazy. It's 45%. Get the fuck out of here. So, and the CIA was flooding the streets with cocaine to pay for their illegal wars in Central America. Because remember, America loves slaves. And so if we, and you've got countries down in Central America, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Guatemala, that want to vote in a government that takes care of all the people, right? We can't have that. We want you to work for pennies on the dollar down there. Eisenhower did it in Guatemala in the 50s. Chiquita Banana Company used to be called United Fruit Company. We sent soldiers down there to overthrow democratically elected governments so that we could enslave those people so Americans could have cheap bananas. We did it in El Salvador. We did it in Guatemala, Honduras. And we sold cocaine here in America to finance those illegal wars. So there's a crack epidemic and there's no fucking jobs. There's only one way to make money in those neighborhoods, and it's sling rock. You know what I mean? You got to put food on the table. Now, while all this is happening, the Olympics come to Los Angeles in 1984. Okay. And they're like, damn, we got to set a good example. We got to clean up the streets. And so the Los Angeles City Council voted to give Daryl Gates, the police chief, the LAPD chief, special powers that were kind of unconstitutional. So then they would go in and start acting like thugs and just beating the shit out of black people for, you know, hey, we run these streets. We're going to clean up the streets, criminalize, you know. And at the same time as the black gangs, the Bloods and the Crips, you have Latino gangs becoming a thing. MS-13, which they talk about today. All MS-13's coming to get us. Well, that started in LA because we fucked over their neighborhoods economically, and they didn't have anything else, any recourse but to come together to defend their neighborhood from cops and other gangs and shit. But so what we did with those gangs was we said, we don't want those gangs here. So we deported them and shipped them down. There wasn't a gang problem in Central America until we took our gang problem that we created and deported them. So now it's like, oh, MS-13, they're terrible down there. Yeah, because we did that. Right.
Wow.
So we gave them special powers to clean up the streets after the 1984 Olympics. And then after the Olympics, they voted to keep those special powers, just be assholes, monsters. And so all of a sudden you go, oh, fuck the police. Now I get it. They're just going into entire apartment buildings and breaking into people's houses, the cops, and searching their place, turning it over, looking for drugs, just acting like thugs themselves. oh shit, fuck the police. I get it. We did that, right?
Wow. Mm-hmm.
You know, but racists and, you know, tough on crime. Oh no, it's just because they're thugs. No, man. We did that. They wanted to fucking, you know, have a nice community just like anybody else. Because remember what we said at the beginning, we're all the same. Red states, blue states, we're all people. We all want the same thing. We all want affordable groceries, affordable rent, a good job with a good pay, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, so
it's all planned, all that stuff, like drugs coming into the country, like all like it's all a part of some master plan that
everybody wants to make money, you know, and the people who have the money run the country, you know, like they talk about fentanyl. Oh, fentanyl coming across the border. Yeah, it's coming across the border, legal points of entry, and it's white people bringing it over. It's not Mexicans. It's not abuelas. It's not your fucking Mexican grandma trying to smuggle. Like, if you're trying to smuggle something over, you don't give it to a brown person. They're going to get stopped. You give it to a white person, dude. Like the fentanyl crisis, you know, fentanyl's coming from China, but political pundits try and weaponize it to vilify immigrants who are just looking for a better life. And why are they looking for a better life? Because we fuck their countries up. Because we want them to be slaves for cheap labor and shit. That's why Ford, you know, you say buy American. Ford, no. Ford pickups are made in Mexico. Toyota pickups are made in America. Buy Toyota. Those are American jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
So
that's wild.
Those are the things we talk about. And the thing is we don't grow up learning this. I didn't grow up learning any of this. I had no idea any of this shit was true. But then I feel like, damn, I feel like I'm irresponsible if I don't learn this because everything's going to shit. I feel like I should step up and do something about it. The best I can do at the moment is learn about it and understand what's going on. And then I get on my Twitch streams and educate other people. And sometimes, you know, we'll have people coming in, they'll be like, oh, Trump 2024. And you're like, cool, man, whatever. It's cool. You know, as long as you can be polite, you're welcome here and just have a discussion. But people don't like hearing things they don't like the flavor of. I don't like that. That doesn't make me feel good. That doesn't make me feel like a hero. And they'll say shit like, you hate America. Well, dude, do you have kids, man? If your kid gets sick, do you want to take care of them or just ignore them? And, you know, if one parent says, no, he's fine the way he is, and the other says, no, we need to fix this. Which one of those parents loves their kid more? Right? You know what I mean? But people get real salty about their identity. Like, I don't like anything that threatens my self, you know, and so the thing is in my stream, we shit on liberals a lot. You know what I mean? Because they are just like, well, they want to feel superior. You know, it's like, well, motherfucker, it's like, we, you know, don't get me wrong. If you're a Trump supporter, you come in hot and act like asshole. We'll shit on you too. You know what I mean? So, you know, I value the truth real highly, and the truth's uncomfortable for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Not Fairplay. He's solid. He's bulletproof. But
I have a question, Dave. This is totally unrelated because this is the question I came in with. But
no, for the last time, I will not fuck you.
I know. I thought you were gonna ask me a question.
No.
7.5. But thank you.
7.5. 7.5 and girthy.
Thank you. Tell me about your last date.
Oh God. I probably took a girl somewhere.
Sure.
Maybe got some food or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
God. I don't know.
Where did it go wrong?
Anywhere. Where did it go wrong?
Where did it go wrong?
Where did it go right? Where did it go right?
Well, I mean, there was a second date, so I feel like where did it go wrong is a better question, Dave.
But I don't but I don't have to listen to her yap. Where did it go right? Hey. Look, let's put it like this, Fairplay. Let's put it like this. Here's how it goes. I go home for my 30th high school reunion because I'm just curious. How's everybody doing?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be standing around a circle, some of the dudes, and many of them still live in hometown. Many of them have moved away, whatever. And one of them goes, "Hey man, what do you do for a living?" And I say, "Well, I'm a fitness instructor, so I tell women what to do and they do it." He goes, "Okay. Where do you live?" I said, "At the beach." And he says, "Wife, kids?" I said, "Nope, I got a dog." And he goes like this. Like staring off into the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Never married, no wife, no kids, dog. What he said was, "So you tell women what to do, you live at the beach, no wife or kids."
Yes.
See, Matt, no. I am sitting on the crispiest W life can give a man. My life goes crazy hard. It's so good, dude. What do? I go out, sit outside and enjoy the breeze off the beach, hang out with my dog.
How far are you from the beach?
I can see it from my front step.
Wow. So you could your feet could be in the water in like a couple minutes.
15-minute walk. Because I live on a hill, but yeah, I can see the water. So 15-minute walk, I could have toes wet.
Is it expensive as shit where you're at? Like to live?
I got incredibly lucky. The spot that I found is affordable. I'm incredibly blessed and grateful.
And how long have you been living there?
You don't want to get into too many details because it will.
Don't want to dox myself. Yeah, a bunch of
it
freaks.
Some shit.
All right. Yeah.
So,
but I'm immensely grateful.
That's
all right.
awesome.
Nobody what? Yeah, it's great. Life is good. I'm incredibly happy. My mom's like, "When are you gonna come home?"
Are you LA centric?
I'm in a kind of a suburb of LA. I'm a couple miles away from Mikey B.
Viewing party for whatever. Like, could you possibly be there?
So LA is actually, it's like, because LA is gigantic. So I'm in a suburb, but I'm still also, wherever you have a viewing party, I'm going to be 20 miles away and I don't own a car. 30 miles away.
I usually do viewing parties at I do them at Jax's in Studio City.
Yeah, so that's the Valley. That's not even LA. That's even further. But that is the spot. That's a smart spot to do.
But if I could get you there, would you want to go? Would you even want to go?
Like, I don't watch reality TV. I find it really frustrating.
Well, I mean, but like, I would say half the people that show up that I bring as my friends, like, I just bring my friends.
Yeah.
Half the people don't watch either, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And you either do or you don't watch the episode. Like, half the people like watch the episode that night and they're just like, "Oh wow, this is different."
Yeah.
And then the other ones are just like, "Oh, we just talk shit, and just have fun, and who cares?"
Yeah. It's interesting.
Like the last party, Rob Z was there. Rob Zabotnik from what was he on? Amazon? He had the skateboard. We're not saying the name.
There was a skateboard?
He brought the skateboard as his luxury item. Thailand, I think. Rob Z.
Damn.
Zabanik
was like
something.
He brought
that was like season 2 or 3, right?
Well, sorry, you don't know. Back then, your luxury item wasn't anything you could actually fucking use. So he was like, "Hey, I'd like a fucking tent. I'd like, the last item is like my skateboard." They're like, "Oh, you get to bring your skateboard." And all these people are like, "Oh, what an idiot! He brought a skateboard." I'm like, he didn't have a like. He was just hoping, maybe something I could do with this fucking skateboard.
Yeah.
It wasn't. that was it, like he wasn't like,
Burn it.
oh my god, the best thing I could do is bring a skateboard. No, like that.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, that's
Anyway.
I'm trying to think what was my
Did you have a
item?
luxury item, or did they even ask then?
I think they asked for one. I'm certain I provided whatever they asked for.
But you don't remember.
I want to say harmonica. It can't be right. Maybe harmonica, because they had stopped providing the luxury item by then.
Yeah, I don't even know what they asked.
Right. Like, I don't even know if they did a luxury item your season, and you were 5 years before me.
So mine was the marooning, but I have my luxury item. Hold on.
Do you have any memorabilia, Dave, from your time on the show?
I still have somewhere in storage. I've got my OG Tribe buff, and then I've got my merge buff up near my biking equipment whenever I need to wear a layer underneath my bicycle helmet when it's cold.
Oh, okay.
So,
right.
And I've got my commemorative baseball cap that they include, the swag bag that they give you, the network sends you. So I've got my baseball cap still. I used to wear it on stream a lot, but I kind of stopped because it fits pretty good, but I don't want to wear it out. I don't, anyway, but I don't really have, and somewhere I've got the keychain. I never really use it, but somewhere, but I never really had like, oh, this is my torch and blah blah blah. And I was real aggro about the show. What happened was I was pretty aggro from the beginning about the show because I thought I made some mistakes and I thought they fucked me over. On day one, when we hit the beach, they said, all right, welcome, da 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 da, okay, we're gonna have a challenge and you're gonna vote for a chief. So we voted for our chief, Big Russell, and I can't remember who the chief. Oh, Mick was the chief on the other side. And he says, all right, chiefs, you are gonna choose people to compete in this challenge. You're gonna choose who you think is the strongest, who you think is the most agile, who you think is the best swimmer.
Yeah.
Right.
And Russell chose the black guy. And I was just like, wow.
No, Russell.
Turns out polo champion. Get out of town.
Oh, no. That was the other team. Yeah. Water polo champion. Yeah. He was a water polo guy. Dr. Mick. That was Jason.
Yeah.
No, my
How
chief.
Insane is that?
My chief.
I'm just like if you've seen the casting of Survivor prior to that season.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had to choose the smartest person. And my chief chose Shambo as the smartest person. And I was like, what? I mean, because we'd been on Ponderosa for a week pregame, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
You can kind of get a read on people like normal. But that's not how Shambo read at all. And I couldn't believe he chose who was obviously the dopiest.
Trying to say, Dave?
Yeah. So and then
that's not the read you got on this haircut.
And then he goes, and then Jeff Probst goes, Dave Ball, how's it feel to know you're not the smartest person? And I'm like, God damn, why are you picking on me? Why are you calling me out, dude? You know I'm the smartest person here, and you're trying to throw me under the bus because you know I am the smartest person here. Why are you blowing me up in front of people? But I didn't realize that he was just playing off the face that I made. So I owe Jeff an apology. You know what I mean? Because I made a real big face like, oh my God, are you crazy? That's good looking hair there, Shambo. What's up?
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I probably owe Jeff an apology because I thought he was trying to fuck me over. And then I thought production was trying to fuck me over. So I was an asshole to them too.
And so are you considered one of the smartest players to ever play?
I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, how do they base your, is it your IQ? Like, it's like when you say you're the smartest or whatever, how is that determined?
I don't know. I don't know. Talking about this bullshit is cringe, but I do know that I fucked over. Fucked over. It's not based on haircut. Yeah, I fucked over Jeff.
Yeah.
So, oops. Oh well. Oh, sorry, Jeff. My bad, dog.
He'll get over it. I mean,
yeah, right. It's been 15 years.
Yeah, it's like, come on. He had a problem with Fairplay at a point in time, but then when they did some highlight reel thing, Johnny, how many minutes did you have on that? Some special they did?
Oh yeah.
Oh, on the 20th anniversary.
Yes.
2 minutes and 6 seconds more than anyone else.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Was there a 20th anniversary highlight? Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going into season 40, they did a look back at the first 20 years.
Like, honestly, I think, I think that they should bring Jonny back for 50. I mean, that's just dumb to like block. It's like, his teeth were broken. Calm the fuck down, stupid. But
yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it. Dave. This is about me. This is about me. I love you, and I want before we go, I want one more insane story because you have brought the gold every time you've been here, and so I want to hear. So I asked about your last date. That's not the story. What is the last interaction that you've had that is so over the top that everyone needs to hear?
I don't know. I
know. Who's to say, right?
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal.
Okay.
I can be over the top and electric, but there's no reason for me to be.
Yeah.
Like in real life.
When was there one that didn't need to be, but it happened?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
When's the last time you went to the grocery store, Danger Dave?
Yeah, I was gonna say I go to the grocery store all the time, but then I just go buy bananas and freaking eggs and get the fuck out.
When's the last time you went to? When's the last time you went to a dance club?
I don't do shit, Johnny Fairplay.
But
I don't do shit.
Danger Dave, I know there's a fucking story here that you're fucking holding out from us. When's the last time you yelled at someone?
I had to fly home about 3 months ago.
Okay.
And I accidentally left something at my gate. So I was halfway to the other gate. And I had Carlos with me, and I had to turn around and go back real fast and get that, and then go back to make my connection. And I almost didn't make it, and then I made it.
Okay.
It's pretty wild,
when's the last time you yelled at someone?
I don't yell at anybody.
You yell at people, Danger Dave.
What's that?
You yell at people. When's the last time you yelled at someone?
No,
on Twitch, probably. Like, you probably not
No,
but I don't even
Twitch. No, in real life. Oh my God.
All right. I'm glad you asked.
Here we go.
I'm glad you asked. Fair play. The last time I was here on your podcast, I started talking about 2.5 million years ago. We evolved to use stone tools. And then 50,000 years ago, we evolved language. That's what the defining line between apes and human beings is language, because then our brain starts changing, right? And I brought all that nerd shit up because I wanted to make a point instead of getting straight to the point, which was this. We don't know how to be high quality human beings except if we get lucky, we figure it out. You've got old people saying kids today because the old people don't understand kids. And the reason that they don't understand kids is because they don't understand themselves. They don't know who they are. And I'm talking about the adults. They don't know why they do what they do. Society has failed to create a framework that trains young people to become fully developed human beings, right? I never yell at people because I'm a developed human being. I don't need to. I recognize that my anger and frustration that I might have at any given moment is mine and not yours. So if I have a problem with you, then I have a problem, and it's up to me to fix it, and it's up to me to solve it. It's not your fucking problem. You're just being you, and you are none of my motherfucking business. And when you get real good at processing your own interior, you become a lot more even keeled, and shit doesn't make you angry or upset the way it does when you're younger, when you're a teenager, back when I used to fucking abuse drugs and alcohol. The primary reason that I do Twitch is so that I can create a space that helps people to understand how we function as human beings, right? And our phones are the dividing line. Remember, we were talking about Van Halen, a bright red line of music. Everything before it was swept away into antiquity, right? I didn't have an iPhone when I went on Survivor the first time. Okay. I got my first iPhone when I came back. Then all of a sudden in my pocket, I have the sum total of all human knowledge, and I can communicate at the speed of light with any human being on the planet. You hear weirdos talk about AI. AI is just glorified autocorrect. It's not actual intelligence. People talk about, oh, look, all the computers are going to become sentient. They're not ever going to do that. But we've got supercomputers in our brains, and now we know how to network every other supercomputer on the planet. The singularity, when all the computers become sentient and come together, has already happened, but it's not our PCs and it's not server farms. It's our own brains, and we are connecting to other supercomputers. Like, our brain is way smarter than any computer, right? And so we're in a new phase of humanity in a very real sense, evolutionarily speaking, and it's only literally 15 years old. This is the dawn, the absolute break of dawn in human history. And that's why I stream on Twitch, is so that I can somehow put those ideas out there. And that's what and so that we all go, holy shit, there's more out there. There's better perception systems and what have you. So I don't need to yell at anybody. I do get angry on Twitter, and I'll burn motherfuckers on Twitter down, just demons, fucking monsters who support horrible, monstrous political foreign policy and shit. But we need to figure out how we can evolve as individuals on an individual basis, evolve as individuals on a one-to-one basis, and then how we can evolve as a society all at once. And it's hard because we don't have a map, because we're in all new territory. And people are just trying to make their way through, and they're just trying to survive and put food on the table. And when society is geared to fuck over the little guy so that it's harder and harder to put food on the table and just to fucking survive, you don't have a lot of time or energy left over for becoming a fully fleshed out human being or creating society. But that's what they want. That's what the people who control our society want, because it's easier to pick the bones of a dead chicken that's cut up into pieces than it is a running chicken. That's a terrible goddamn metaphor, but they don't want strong society. They want a compartmentalized, fragmented society. They want us to all have our own, single family unit, as opposed to larger families that are more unified and more nurturing. We want people to I want a nicer car. I want a nicer house. I want all these things. I want to spend my money on the commodification of society rather than value human beings, right? And so what I want to do is create something that translates to people that human beings are more important than money, and what you have is not nearly as relevant as is who you are and what you believe and how you manifest that in reality. So I don't really get mad.
Oh,
But if you want fair play, I'll smack your ass next time I see you, buddy.
I know. Here's the thing, like Dater Dave is just like, I'm so peaceful. He's like, I will fucking beat the shit out of you next time I see you. Dater Dave, you're not gonna beat me up next time you see me, right?
I said smack that ass. I meant it naughty.
Oh wow. Okay, well that's where we went. All right, so yeah, so next time I'm in LA, expect to see Dater Dave. I'm gonna get the car out to him. He's gonna be there. We're gonna be at Jax's studio in Studio City. It's gonna be crazy. Matt Bischoff, this is exactly what I like. Was this amazing?
I always love talking to Danger Dave. I could see why people would love listening to Danger Dave's Twitch daily, because he's entertaining.
Daily. Find it. Where can they find you, Danger Dave?
Twitch.tv/Danger Dave Ball.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
sign up.
Yeah, sign up, watch him, and
see me on Twitter.
We would love to see you on TV at some point. Who knows if we will?
Well, you know, if I mean, you know, hey, it's, you know, people don't want a hilarious, charming guy these days. What can I say, man?
I feel like you're more than a hilarious, charming guy, Danger Dave. I'll be honest with you.
Exactly my point. I'm more.
Yeah, you're a little more than a hilarious, charming guy. I love that you're self-professed hilarious, charming guy, but I feel like there's so much more.
So much more. There's more to me.
Yeah,
I mean, so much love to give. No one to give it to.
Some of that is the compliment.
Some of it. All of it. Get it together, fair play.
No, Danger Dave, you are. I feel like you're one of the most complex individuals in the history of the TV show.
Okay. Get your tongue out of my asshole. I'm not gonna fuck you, fair play.
I know. There we go. So I'm removing the tongue, preferably.
I mean, you shave that mustache off, and
right.
a couple bottles of vodka.
Where can everybody find you on social media?
Danger Dave Ball on all platforms. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. I haven't been posting on YouTube.
Matt Bischoff here at the Matt Bischoff on Instagram. And
I don't do Twitter, and I think I'm at I don't know on Facebook, but just Instagram. That's what I like. I like the Instagram.
It's low key.
Yeah.
Loves when we do a fun commercial.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
We are. Coming to Carey's Coca Booth Amphitheater, it's the legendary Roots crew. That's right, the Roots are coming to Cary, North Carolina, Friday, August 30th. And they're not alone. Special guest Macy Gray. This is benefiting the K-Yao Cancer Fund. So get your tickets now. That's right, go to etix.com. That's etix.com. Or come to the venue box office. It's Coca Booth Amphitheater in Cary, North Carolina, Friday, August 30th. The Roots. See you there. All right, and with that, we are done, folks. Thank you, Danger Dave.
Thanks for having me.
Are you going to come see the Roots with me?
You talking to Matt or me? Yo, buddy of mine used to play